What's going on, Pisces? Welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Pisces, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. And guess why else, Pisces? Because it's your general energy. I'm still working on the melody for that, Pisces. It's your general energy weekly spread. And just a little sidebar here, Pisces. For those of you returning, I'm in the middle of a transition right now. This is like the halfway point to until I get to my final destination on this little adventure here, Pisces. So just a little insider for you. But back to you with this general energy weekly spread. Whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Pisces. So Pisces, I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we'll get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And then, in case if you all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested there, Pisces. Ha, I love it. Time to phone a friend here, Pisces, because you got the third card of Scorpio, which is the Friends card. I've been like this. This has been circulating quite a bit. You got this is a card of friendship, group, soul tribe, third person, contact, relate, network, show up, hang out, meet in person, social media, interpersonal relationships, togetherness, and friendliness. In Pisces, we are in a great time. You know, we'll get to business in a second. Just fun in general. We have Mars and Leo right now. That's big, fun, creative energy. The Sun's in Gemini. Mercury's going to be entering in Gemini here soon. We got a lot of energy just for like socializing, you know, getting to just hanging out with friends, family. You got Venus is still in Cancer for a little while longer. You got to like the 5th. So I mean, and granted that it's not like after the 5th you can't hit up nobody. But, you know, just while the energy's just real tight, you know, what a great time to just like reach out to any friends, maybe even some coworkers if you got a great relationship there too. And it's just a great time for really developing a community, Pisces. And just, I know this is getting a little deep here, but even when we're thinking about like with Neptune being in Pisces, you know, one of your rulers, you know, we're getting into an era of just like co-creation, and I feel like a coming together of resources too. You know, I feel like there's going to be a lot more community stuff going on here, I feel, over the next couple of years. So, and not to say that you need to rush and hit everybody up, or that you need to form, you know, a relationship with everyone you meet, but it's just, you know, paying attention to the people that you're meeting, you know, and you know, letting those who I feel like, you know, have had like maybe a real good, you know, major impact on your life. You know, maybe if you just haven't reached out to them in a while, you know, maybe sending them a message, or yeah, just socializing in general, Pisces. But we are too, you know, now if we're thinking about business, this is a great energy too for thinking about long-term stuff. And again, that's perfect with honestly, with Venus being in Cancer. That's about forming those, checking our bonds and things. That can be great for building stronger relationships in business, you know, and partnerships and things. Jupiter just entered Taurus not too long ago, and that's going to be in there for the year, your other ruler, and that's forming a sextile with their Pisces placement. So this is a great energy for you the next year, Pisces, to really be thinking about those long-term investments, even in people as well, you know, in business and friends and just, you know, just life. So, but we are getting into an era of co-creation and collaboration. And I mean, you know, Pluto's about to really get settled into, you're just getting all the planetary tea. You know, this is getting ready to settle into Aquarius. So just a lot to think about there, Pisces. Just if maybe we've been in hermit mode for a while there, just getting out there and just making more contact with just some close friends, or, you know, or even or even just being amongst people, you know, whether that's be maybe going to like a group setting, you know, maybe there's like something going on in the community, like an event, like maybe a fair or like an art festival or something. Just go see what's going on out there, Pisces. Check social media. But let's get some tarot on this. Saturn in Pisces, I'm with it. So you got the Eight of Cups here upright, and then you got the Two of Swords upright. And so you know what? Maybe some of us have, if you've been resonating with that hermit mode, maybe some of us have been focusing on maybe letting go of some things. Maybe we had some like toxic relationships, or maybe some situations that we might have been kind of brewing through, in which I get that if you're going through something, you know, maybe we're dealing with a lot, that's absolutely understandable. But I do feel that if things, something to maybe think about to bring balance back, if we've been in a weird kind of place, you know, just a lot of maybe just a lot of like reevaluation, and you know, just like kind of adjusting to this maybe new trends of life. I do feel that sometimes, you know, just either talking with this to a friend, or maybe just getting out of this energy in general sometimes can help get you back in balance, Pisces. So that, because sometimes when we're going through like Eight of Cups, you know, when we're thinking about the things that hold us back and we're letting go of those things, that's a lot, you know. Even though there's growth that's happening, it's just like, it can feel just like, my gosh, I'm just changing all the time. And that's where we're at right now. And settle in, Pisces. There's going to be a lot of that. Just really settle in. But it is a great time. We can find that balance where, yes, you know, the growth can be a lot going through, but we can find that balance and maybe hang out with some people, or just, again, I feel like just being out, if this is not maybe with like friends, just being out in communities, you know, maybe hanging out at even at like a restaurant, maybe, you know, maybe going to like the bar, just kind of hanging out, maybe, you know, just shooting the breeze with the bartender, just even just little interactions like that, I feel like might be able to help maybe if we've been going through a tough time, especially with, you know, Saturn being in your sign. It's going to be in your sign for the next 3 years. It's going to hit forming conjunctions with your Pisces placement. So it might be, you know, Saturn can be a lot. And that integration, that strictness, you know, might be really feeling it. So just really, I think that's something, because this is the moon in Libra here, the Two of Swords. And, you know, with life fluctuating, it can throw you all out of whack, Pisces. So just something to, I feel, bring balance and keep you anchored might be just some people to, and maybe listening to their stuff. It's just like sometimes, too, it's just like we can feel like we're going through this just by ourselves. And it's nice to hear, not necessarily nice to hear that we're also surrendering a bunch of stuff, like Saturn's kicking our ass, too. But more so just like, okay, like you're experiencing something, I'm experiencing something, how can we laugh about it? I was talking with a Sagittarius not too long ago, and we're going through very similar situations, and when you really can get to a place where you can laugh about it, I mean, change really is just like, it's not like it's a joke, but it's just like, you know what, at this point, come on, universe, like what else? More. All right, Pisces, I like that. Nice little start there. All right, let's get some more on this mix. Alrighty, let's see what else we got here. Ooh, okay, now we're thinking about legacies. I'm with it. You got the 6th card of Sagittarius here, which is the Castle card. And with this card, it's a card of pride, recognition, position, praise for achievements, ego, wealth, ancestry, antiquity, history, legacy, architecture, power, prestige, isolation, the old guard, and timeless. And you know, Pisces, I feel that we are in a time where thinking about this type of stuff is, you know, like, because this card always gives me very Ten of Pentacles vibes. And, you know, when we're thinking about that, what does our long term look like? What do we want to leave in this world? You know, what does wealth look like to us? Achievement look like to us? And that's going to be the big questions that's going to be going down when we're thinking, especially with Pluto getting ready to move back into Capricorn. It's going to be very much, I mean, globally, it's going to be a lot of restructuring and trying to figure out what we can do on this new foundation that's getting ready to come here. So I feel that when we are thinking about this stuff, it can be a lot, Pisces, but I feel like don't try not to let this, pressure you, because we're in a slow burn right now. We're playing the long game here. I feel like this is, if you get things figured out fast, totally, that's dope. But this is something, we're just kind of piecing it together as you go. Really just start thinking about this stuff. What things are getting in the way of you accomplishing this, and then let's make some decisions about how we're going to invest in this stuff. Whether this, maybe we're thinking about investing in some land, or maybe we're just looking into different types of whatever that's looking at. Maybe you're thinking about maybe investing in some type of community. Maybe your friends are going to be building, however that's looking. But we are in a time of thinking about just like really long-term stuff, just especially with, Uranus and Taurus, Uranus being in Taurus for a couple more years, and then couple that with Jupiter being in Taurus. Yeah, we're just really in kind of like these next couple years are just building that foundation for the future, essentially, that's getting ready to come here, starting next year. So, but I thought I had more. Okay, I thought I'd say anything else. Nope. Let's get some tarot on it. Ooh, I'm with it. Wowza. Okay. All right, Pisces. So you got the Seven of Cups in reverse here, and then you got the Queen of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and then the Devil upright. And so we are in a time, where we have a lot of decisions to make. But with the Seven of Cups being here, this can kind of indicate that maybe we're feeling a little overwhelmed with the situation. Maybe the pressures might be kind of stressing you out, maybe adding some anxiety, maybe even possibly even a little depression or something. But I will say with this energy, we do want to be mindful, especially with Seven of Cups and the Devil coming out here, because sometimes when we can get thinking about that stuff, or just in letting go, and when we're thinking about stuff that's getting in the way of this thing, and things that we need to release, that can be a lot, and it can get us to this place where we're indulging in like escapism and things, avoidance, however that's looking, whether this is drugs, sex, alcohol, I don't know, video games, whatever your vice may be. So I feel like with this dual energy here, let's just be mindful of anything that's affecting that stability and affecting your emotions here, Pisces, because you're you're an emotional sign. Being a water sign, listen, my sun sign's a Cancer, so I get it. And speaking of Cancer, the Queen of Cups, first two deacons of Cancer, last of Geminis. This is thinking about, I also just like reflecting on how I feel like how far you've come as well, because sometimes we can get in this place of just like beating ourselves up as far as like, man, there's just been this going on and this going on, and man, I got all this stuff. But it's just like, yeah, there may be all these things too, but it's just like, look at what have you achieved? How, in what areas have you gotten stable? Because between then and now, you've definitely leveled up. And I feel that this is like this energy, this couple here is just a reminder of, when we're going on this, where we're sure we want to remember what to keep eyes on, what not to, or what can possibly get us caught up. But we also too want to realize how strong we are for getting this far, for overcoming this thing. And every day that you're walking towards that future, this thing is getting one step behind you, Pisces. So just one thing to think about too. And then also, especially I feel like your sign, water signs in general, but oh yeah, I feel like your sign probably even of the water signs, just really being mindful of getting in that avoidance and that escapism place, just because even if you don't have 12th house placements, your sign is still associated with the 12th house, which can get in this sort of realm here, fantasies, illusions, things like that, being that Neptune's one of your rulers. So just something to think about here. But I'm also kind of feeling with this as well, just with that King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups combo, to when we're thinking about this future, to try to do things that make us get towards that. Like, this gives me almost like very kind of strong like Nine of Cups vibes. And what I mean is, like, let's say we want to, let's say like our dream job is to be working, just to be kind of working on the, from our laptops on the beach. Well, I may, you know, like in the future, and it's just like, well, let's go to a beach, let's take your laptop and just do that. Even if we're not doing anything like really important, just getting in that energy now, I feel like will attract, will at least get you, it gets you accustomed to the lifestyle that you're trying to build. You know what I mean? It's like with, another example, you know, maybe this is like where, if we want to be like a, let's say be trying to become like a, oh, I don't know, Pisces, maybe like a zookeeper, for example. We're gonna go left field here. You know, buying some equipment for that. You know, what does that look like? Doing some studies, you know, maybe seeing if you can do any kind of volunteer at maybe like a ranch or something like that to help with the animals or something along those lines, Pisces. But it's just like, you know, being in that dream, like instead of like just thinking about it, keeping it on like a vision board or something, start acting it in the way, in like small ways, you know, until it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I hope that makes sense. But all right, Pisces, let's get one more swig of tea and let's get your last oracle card here. Okie dokie, Pisces. Nice. That's what I'm talking about, Pisces. You got the 8th card of Virgos here, which is the Grapes card. And with this card, it looks like, look at that, like a King of Pentacles. This is a card of abundance, bearing fruit, harvest, fertility, merriment, prosperity, surplus, fullness, juicy, overindulged. This is just King of Pentacles all day. Listen, Pisces. That's what I'm talking about. And that's why I feel like abundance is coming, Pisces. Well, really, abundance is really all around us right now. We really are, and I mean in a number of ways, Pisces. When we're thinking abundance, think as broad as possible. We're talking about not just money. We're talking about good times with friends. We're talking about, I mean, inspirations, you know, ideas that come through, you know, creativity, you know, manifesting art, you know, just like we're in a really just like, there is a surplus of prosperity, but it really is starting to manifest some of that stuff too, and possibly even partnering up with some people. Hit up a Queen of Cups, because you are in you're in an abundant energy right now. And I mean, thinking too, Pisces, really with Jupiter being in Taurus, because like when you think about sextiles, you know, forming your sign, those are easy opportunities coming in, but it's one of those things we gotta pay attention to the signs. You know, if you get like, you've been wanting to, I don't know, maybe learn some piano lessons, and you see something maybe on the bus like, oh, you know, cheap piano lessons here. It's like, don't ignore that, Pisces. Give them a call just to see, you know, whether we commit or not. You know, we'll see, you know, once we get more information. But just letting the universe know that, hey, okay, I see your signs. I'm flirting with it. You know, maybe give me a little bit more, a little more time. But don't sleep on this, Pisces. It's not to say that your abundance is going to go away from you, but the thing is, with these opportunities, it's, if we wait on it, which there's, again, not a problem, it's just that when we go to approach it again, it just might not be as easy as when the universe was just holding the door open for you. You know, when those opportunities pass, the door's still there, but next time you may have to pick the lock, and the universe, you know, it's just like, well, hey, the keys are inside, you know, I can give you some tips along the way, but and I really feel like too, Pisces, you know, because we can get in an energy with how things are going and how much change is happening. It can be hard to find the merriment and, you know, to feel maybe even, I don't know, like maybe guilty or just like, or something, you know, when we're just getting in celebration. But we really are in a time, sure, there's massive changes going on, but it's like we could sit around and yell fire, or we can think how we're going to invest this stuff and maybe even have some fun with friends while we're doing it. You know what I mean? I mean, why not invite some people, have some wine, maybe get some food, and just like, let's talk about the security. Where are you going to be going with things? You know, how do you see the market going? Like, we can start brainstorming. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Look at that. 2 birds that you're knocking out there with this abundance here, Pisces. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. I'm with it. But let's get some tarot on this. All right, Pisces. So you got the Magician, and let's see what we got here. Oh, there's a freaking abundance. You got the Magician and the Page of Swords in reverse here. But then we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Judgment upright. And listen, Pisces, this is like I was saying. If we don't think that there's a bunch of abundance going around, then let's manifest it then, you know, because this really, the tools are all in your hands right now. This is something where, and this is something too where if there are some things that you want to do, but we don't have, like, let's say there's a skill that we need, maybe there's another King of Pentacles that might be able to pick up that slack. Maybe we can do some co-creation, you know, even on just like a low level, you know, let's say, let's say someone wants to make a winery and the other is an artist. Look at that. You can have someone create wine labels for your wine product, and look at that. And then they may even know how to do some glass work on the side there because they're so artistic. And look at that. Now that takes the pressure. Abundance. And I know that may seem like and you know what, Pisces, I don't see why it can't be a lovely dream, you know, like, or not even dream, why it can't be a lovely reality. It's just, again, one of those things that we have to manifest, you know, and take these opportunities and see for what it is. And don't doubt that you can't do this stuff here, Pisces. And this is something too, where if we have maybe, so let's say friends or people who aren't supporting our ideas and stuff, well, bye, because we're going to find someone who does. Because here's the thing, Pisces, yours is a very creative sign, you know, being ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. You have an expansive imagination, and we really are in an energy. Write all your ideas down. I've really been like, yeah, everyone should have a notebook or just something, a note page. Just if any idea gets to cooking up, just write it down. If you don't think you want to do anything with it, that's fine. Save it, because bet there's someone else that might be able to work with this. I just had a conversation with someone just the other day, and I mean, just throwing gold all over the place, and it's just like, hold up, it's we're in that kind of time, Pisces. So change is coming. Pluto, Judgment, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, Pisces, Pluto's going to work. This is I'm in the middle. A lot of the, like, my soul tribe are in a weird, well, not a weird, but like Pluto's forming some very intense aspects with the tribe right now. We are in a time of transformation, so really be cooking up some stuff more. All right, be cooking up some stuff, Pisces, because seriously, Ace of Pentacles on your king of grapes, on your king, because you are a king of grapes here, Pisces, you in your pimp suit. So, all right, hold on, let's get some more. I tell you, Pisces, when you're abundant, you really mean it. Like, I really love it. All right, Pisces, last little bit here. Nice. Okay. So last little bit, we got the Nine of Swords in reverse, or excuse me, Nine of Wands in reverse here, and then let's switch back over. Because with the Nine of Wands, you know, this is what's going to be going down, Pisces. It's going to be a lot of work. You know, it's going to take a lot of energy. So make sure that in between all of this stuff, that we are making sure to nurture ourselves. Queen of Cups, absolutely. You know, making sure, take care, because I mean, Virgo energy, you know, getting in the routine of, yeah, just of, I almost feel like, honestly, just like getting ready to, like, I mean, Nine of Coins is popping in my head right now, getting in the routine of getting ready to manifest abundance. But I feel like in order, it's not just always working, you know, it's finding moments for merriment and joy. And I know that's tough, but you're going to have to do it anyway, Pisces. Go have some fun in between and make sure that we're just watching our energies and too, you know, whom we're interacting with and all of that. And just paying attention to see what's the energy that when we're investing in like things and situations, just paying attention to what what we're getting back on this. And I feel that you really are going to start cooking up some wonderful stuff here. Because I mean, this is funny. This is Mercury here, and Mercury just went direct not too long ago, and you know, Mercury will still be in Taurus until like the 11th of June. So, and it's not to say that energy is going to go away, but we still are kind of in this practical state right now, thinking in that long term. While the energy is still real strong, start really writing some stuff down here, Pisces, and get some get this, I mean, winery cooking up here. I'm with it. So. All right, thanks for this energy, Pisces. Seriously, that was fantastic, and you know, I hope something resonated with you. Give it a thumbs up if it did, and share this, Pisces. I would love I mean, can you imagine just Pisces? And you know what? Yes, I can. Saturn and Pisces, absolutely, I can see a bunch of just Pisceans, just. Whew, I mean, I just see color all over the place. But just like the view I'm looking at right now just got 10 times more beautiful, Pisces. So get out there, share that stuff. And then all you King of Pentacles, subscribe, hit that bell button to get notified when I release videos each week. And then I'm on this meditation app, Insight Timer, and I started a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just a group to post like positive affirmations, encouraging messages. And, you know, as the group grows, definitely, I mean, talk about your tales of abundance, Pisces, you know, and you know, because even on this tale, there are, even though we super, just prosperity, there are challenges to that. There always are. You know, there's got to be, in order to get to that win, we got to go through some challenges. So mention that. And it's just like, it's always worth it in the end. I mean, come on. And definitely as the group grows, definitely want to start scheduling some meditations, you know, maybe doing like, oh, I don't know, maybe managing our emotion, feeling our emotions with the Queen of Cups, or manifesting abundance with the King of Pentacles. Something. Oh, I think the Queen of Pentacles actually took that. We'll play around with that. Stuff still and stuff King, but all that information, Pisces, is in the description box. And then lastly, speaking of Cancer, you got a hot little ticket here. Not that you needed one, but if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, wherever, Pisces, come on over to my other channel, The Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans, and it's a good old time. And all that housekeeping's down in the description box. And also a little bit, Pisces, I've been, speaking of community, you know, while you brought this up, I've been meaning to make this more of a point. I just actually made friends with another, we're friends now. I don't know if she's aware of it yet, but I made friends with someone someone who's been liking my videos on my other channel. And so I posted some people, some other readers that I like down in the description box as well. So definitely check their stuff out, Pisces. I absolutely, you get to see who I watch when I'm not doing this energies here. So just a little something. They're fantastic readers. And that's it, Pisces. So let me go ahead and get your surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here. I love it. You got the Six of Cups in reverse here. And let me tell you why I love it. Because granted, you know, the Six of Cups, and let me get your Oracle card here. But granted, you know, the Six of Cups can be a card of being stuck in the past. So we do want to be mindful of that. That can be in the devil's territory as well, staying in that, you know, reminiscing over the good old days. But it's one thing to call upon energies when you're looking for like maybe inspiration, you know, trying to be in that feeling. But it's another when it keeps us anchored and we stay kind of trapped in it, and you know, and then we're indulging in that some. The Six of Cups in reverse, I feel, is creating new memories with all this abundance that's getting ready to come your way, Pisces, and that's honestly already around you, you know, and that's something too, you know. And it's not to say that you're not already grateful for what you have, Pisces, but making that a point, you know, just like just being like maybe taking each day, you know, just looking around, just like, man, you know, appreciate, you know, and it could be something small, you know, cup of tea every day, or your beverage of choice, you know, the friends that you have in your life, whatever that's looking like, Pisces, you know, just getting in that routine, being that energy, it just keeps the abundance flowing. And then you got the protect card here, Pisces. And I do feel like for you, with your sign being as loving as you are and as compassionate and as open, and it's not to say that you're a punk, Pisces, or you know that it's weak, but it's more so because Pisces just has a natural just love for everyone, you know what I mean? But I feel like with that love, just make sure that we're just using a bit of discernment. You know, if we're noticing things that are just waning down on our energies, that might be keeping us from manifesting, keeping us in like a toxic situation, just being mindful of that. You know, again, setting boundaries, or you know, just even removing ourselves from the situations altogether, however that's looking like. So alrighty, Pisces, I like that. So then I'm gonna leave that there. You stay safe out there. Bask in this abundance and raise your vibration through the roof, because this is going to be, I'm excited for the energies to come. I feel that it's going to be really something just spectacular, and just a really strong type of, I feel like a soul tribe really is starting to come together here, Pisces. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.